If you're looking to buy or sell any FIFA 23 Ultimate Team coins, you can use u4gm.com as a reliable place to do so, and using code ELYTE, ELYYT, will get you 5% off your order.
Oh crap, it stopped. Go. No. I got a new desk. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. My name is Sean, aka Elite, and today we've got so much to talk about in terms of winter wildcard content, player SBCs that have been leaked, including the aspect of player SBCs that are going to be every single day during the winter wildcard promo, and that turns all eyes towards SBC fodder. We're going to get into all of that today, as well as winter wildcard swaps. But all I ask in return, guys, is make sure to drop a like on the video. Let's shoot for 269 likes. I know that's shooting for the moon, but with all these video and stream upgrades, like the new desk, I've even got that in the background, I think that we can shoot for the moon today. We've got that momentum, and every single like, every single view, every single comment, it helps me continue to do this every single day for you guys as a content creator and continue to upgrade the setup like we've done once again today. But let's go ahead and hop in to the trading tips, guys. And the first thing that I want to talk about today is going to be winter wildcard swaps. Those are in SBCs, they're in moments, they're in objectives. We talked about some of them in yesterday's video, all of them that were out so far, but we've got a new couple of them out today, and one of those is in an SBC that is called the FIFA World Cup Team of the Tournament Challenge 2. So if you do that SBC, you will end up getting yourself another winter wildcard swap. But there's another one hiding in marquee matchups. So if you're somebody who for some reason doesn't do marquee matchups normally, it's hiding in Sweden versus Switzerland. So make sure to do at least Sweden versus Switzerland. I would suggest just do the entire marquee matchups because it's worth at least saving those packs for Team of the Year. We're doing a Team of the Year pack project. We've already saved over 2 million coins worth of packs in just the first few days. I'm hoping to be upwards of 5 million coins by the time Team of the Year comes out, and I think we'll hit that no problem. Now, there is one more that has come out today, and that winter wildcard is in moments, as I mentioned, and there is a little bit of a Easter egg part of this because EA completely messed up during the first 5 to 10 minutes of dropping the new winter wildcard into here. It's 20 tokens, which is not that difficult to go out and get, and you can see I haven't done it yet, but I actually have the card already, because for the first 5 to 10 minutes, it was tradable. And some people, for whatever reason, maybe they were okay with just taking a 10,000 coin profit, they listed it onto the market, and I bought one of them. So it's in my club already. I've got an extra winter wildcard swap, which means that I'll have a little bit of an advantage moving forward with what I do with these swaps. Now, there are only going to be, in total, I'm told 25 of them, but there will be some extras dropped into the store if you want to use your, coins or FIFA points to do them. But in the swaps, as you guys can see, if I want to get 383 plus times 25 rare players packs, so that's 75 of them, well, there's 2 different windows, which means that I can submit the one that I bought for 10,000 coins into the first one, and just for proof that it does exist, yes, I have this card. I can list it on the market. 10,000 coins is what I bought it for. I can list it right now. I'm definitely not going to. I think that these cards are definitely worth more than 10,000 coins to me. But as you can see, the other ones are not tradable. The other ones aren't tradable, and that Baron is tradable. So what I can do is I can submit Baron into this SBC. I can go out and do the moments to get another one, and then submit Baron again into this window of the squad building challenge. So in the end, I'll only need 19 total if you think about it, which gives me an extra to put towards one of the other swaps. I can actually go out and maybe if there are going to be 4 of them in bonus for the store, I'll be able to get 4 83 plus times 25s, because there's another one you can get for 10 tokens. So it just depends on how many I end up with. Maybe I'll end up forgetting about one or missing one anyway, and it just evens out. But that is a little bit of a very rare card that I have in my club. And it's not the only super rare card I've been looking at. One of the rarest cards in the game is actually the Ajax version of Antony. Of course, he transferred to Manchester United at the end of the transfer window in the summer. But there is an Ajax Antony, a couple of them in the game, and right now there are none on the market. But as you can see on my transfer targets, there have been a couple. They did not sell, but another very, very rare card. You actually can't even find that card on concept players or on Footbin. So it's a very, very rare card to get. Super expensive, of course, but doesn't really have that much value other than just being a cool card to collect. The next thing I want to talk about today is going to be SBC fodder. So let's go ahead and talk about trades. Now, of course, this Carrere is a card that we picked up as an investment because in the market crash, it just seemed like it got a little bit too low. And if we go over to my Twitter, I even tweeted about this. I said, I'm not saying to invest because the market was in shambles at the time, but it just seemed a little bit too low. And I'll show you guys exactly that tweet. This has to be the best budget card for a squad I've seen in a while. There's no doubt about it. 14 to 15,000 coins for an 85 Carrere. He's German, he's Premier League, 84 pace, 85 defense, 87 physicality. I'm not saying there aren't a ton of cards that look like this in the game already. There's a lot of center backs that do, but for that price, it just seemed too good to be true. So I bought 40 of them. And it seems to have worked out because, as you guys can see, to lazy buyers, I've already sold 6 of them now. There's 5 right there for almost 22,000 coins. And every single hour, it seems a couple more actually end up selling. But SBC fodder is the thing I want to focus on. Now, I've got a couple of 89s. They're decently low. I think 88s are what I'm focusing on. I've got a couple pages of 88s, and then I've got a few 87s, and then 83s sprinkled in here as well. Now, I want to tell you guys why I think 83s are an incredible investment to pick up before content release today. And the reason for that is, one, we're expecting a ton of different squad building challenges throughout this Winter Wildcards promo. We're actually expecting there to be a player SBC every single day of the promo. Every single day, which means that SBC fodder is always going to be needed. Now, on the other hand, we're also expecting a lot of content in the store. We're expecting a lot of huge player packs that have been leaked already. So that could balance some things out. But one thing I do know is that if we look at the 85 plus semifinal nations upgrade, even though I don't think this is a great value SBC, it's kind of in the middle. Informs skyrocketed and the 83 rated cards skyrocketed because of the squad building challenge. You need an inform and you need an 83 rated team. And all of the 83 rated cards, they went from discard price at about 800 coins, and they went all the way up to 1.5, 1.6 thousand coins. So they almost doubled in price. And if we take a look at the current price of those cards after a few days, well, they've come back down for the most part. They're at about 1,000 coins you can get for 950 or less on Snipe and Bid pretty easily. And I think that they're going to go right back up because this squad building challenge, now there's a lot of less people that have these cards in their squad. They've used them on the last SBC, and it's going to get refreshed today. So I think they could easily go back up to 1.4, 1.5K, and you might be like, okay, well, that's what, 400 coins after tax? And although that might be true, if you buy 100 of these, it's like buying a card worth 100K and selling that card for 150,000 coins. And when you think about it that way, it becomes a lot much more worth it. Now, of course, it is going to be a little bit more of a grind, and it can be very annoying to buy a ton of these cards, especially once you start going into the unassigned, because I'll show you exactly what happens if you go to the squad transfer market, which is different from the transfer market that everybody uses on the main page. If you go to your squad or a squad building challenge and go to the transfer market, and let's go for Kasper Schmeichel, well, if we buy one of these cards, I can't actually leave it for the unassigned, unfortunately. It just won't work like that. So I'll buy one for 950 coins, and I can't back out. I can't go to my main menu. I can't do anything unless I completely exit out of the game. It'll go to my unassigned, and well, that's just not very efficient to completely close the app and then come back in for one 83 rated card. So you have to send it to your transfer list. There's no other option to go for. So in the end, the only thing that you can do is you can go to the transfer market. You've got to type in the player's name every single time. You've got to memorize what you want to snipe this card for. And for me, it's like 900 coins, maybe 950. And then once it pops up, as you can see right here, whether you buy that card or not, it will disappear. And so you can't actually do it efficiently at all. And use your unassigned right now. And I don't know if EA are doing this on purpose. Probably not, because this is a really weird glitch that has kind of been in place since the last title update. But yeah, that's the case. And I mean, those are good deals at 850 coins. I'll buy one of them and I'll leave it on my unassigned, because if I don't click assign now and I click continue searching, well, what I can do is I can back out. Yes, it will just leave them there, and I can just exit and sort items later. And I can have 1,000,000 of those cards on my unassigned. I can have 1,000,000 of them. It won't matter. But the most annoying part is every single time I go back to this transfer market, I'm going to have to type his name back in, and I'm going to have to put that max buy now, set it again. And it's just, you know, how long can you do it before you want to end up just crying and quitting this game forever? It's just, you can't do it for that long, which is why I am not going in on 83s. Yes, they are a good investment. Yes, they are going to work out, but 88s should be a really good investment right now, because they're the lowest they've been since before Black Friday. And on top of that, you've got a couple of them going out of packs. Tony Kroos is going to be in one of these World Cup promos, whether it's Winter Wildcard promos, whether it's Team 1 or Team 2. So he'll be out of packs, on top of the fact that he's good SBC fodder. And right now they're going for a little less than 26,000 coins. Some of them are hovering between 25 and 27, but you can snipe them for 26 and less pretty easily. As you can see, there was one that just popped up for 25K. And you saw how many we had on our transfer list already. And when you buy 100 of those coins add up a little bit quicker. And I think that these cards could go from 25K. If you hold till Team of the Year, maybe they go over 40, 50,000 coins. If you're just holding for Winter Wildcards, I wouldn't be surprised to see them go over 28, 29, even 30K if we're lucky. So I think that those are pretty solid investments and safer investments as well. Now, one thing that we've got to look at right now, and we'll go ahead and show you all of the leaked SBCs and the cards now, but is the fact that the cards or the packs that we've seen in the code, we know how expensive they're going to be. So right now we see the pack with 105 gold rare players, including an 87 plus, should cost 500K, which is actually what I predicted it would cost in yesterday's video. And then the icon pack in the store should cost 300K. So if you want an icon pack in the store, it'll be 300K. And then this one will be 500K. That is going to drain coins out of people's clubs. And when you see something like this, I immediately say, I'm getting rid of every single card that is expensive in my squad. Maybe you're a little bit safer with the guys, like maybe Tilo Carrera, because he's only 20,000 coins. And if somebody sells that card for 20K, that's not going to get him that far towards the 500K pack. But for any cards that are worth between 200K and 1 million coins, I think they take a hit, because people are going to want to open this pack. Whether it's good value or not, it's going to take buying power away, and it's going to add supply to the market. So you've got 1, people selling their card to afford the pack, and 2, people using their coins, their buying power, and getting rid of it. Now, obviously, this is really smart from EA as we get closer to Team of the Year. The less coins you have, the better, because the less coins you have, the more likely you are to buy FIFA points during Team of the Year, which is their ultimate goal. So all of these, coin grabs are very, very, very smart from EA, and that is kind of what their goal is. Now, we're also going to see a Sancho going to be in the promo, so that's a pretty cool card that we should be expecting in Winter Wildcards, and this will be in Team 1, so make sure to keep an eye on the description, because some of them might not come in Team 1. Next up, we've got Kluivert. He's going to be in Team 1. And what I've noticed is they're targeting La Liga a lot in this promo, not only in the SBCs, but also in the promo itself. Then we've got Klosterman, who is a really good Bundesliga center back, 88 pace, 88 defense, 85 physicality. I think a lot of these cards are going to be very, very expensive. Then we've got João Felix. His card looks really good. Again, La Liga and Atletico Madrid. We've seen Griezmann in Path to Glory. We've seen the leaks for Rodrigo de Paul, which we talked about in yesterday's video. So Atletico Madrid especially, but also just La Liga in general, a lot of cards coming. Then we've got Ousmane Dembele coming in the same team for Winter Wildcards Team 1, another La Liga player. And I packed his gold card in the first week of the game, untradeable. Then I packed his inform during the Black Friday promo when they dropped the best of untradeable. Maybe I keep the streak alive and I pack this card untradeable as well. Next up, we got Ferland Mendy, another player coming out in Winter Wildcards that is from La Liga, and he'll get a good link with Ousmane Dembele, of course. That card's going to be expensive. Next, we've got Kevin De Bruyne. This card as a 91 rated. You're seeing a couple of 91 rateds go into the, go out of packs, I should say. So maybe even 91 rated fodder could be decent. Lewandowski, Kevin De Bruyne, etc. Those cards might be decent because Jairzinho is not going to be cheap, and that could push the 91s up a little bit in price. Now let's talk about the squad building challenges. Now, every single time I see an SBC, I immediately think, what are the complementary links I can go with that will go up? And when I look at Ozil, nothing. I don't think of anything because this card is barely usable. Now, they could juice it up a little bit more than these expected stats. It could be a little bit more usable than this, but in the end, that is really, really hard to link, and I just don't see a lot of people going out of their way to use an Ozil card. As much nostalgia as he gives, it's not going to be that great. And then Silas as well, a FUT legend over the last few years. If you guys watch Danny Aaron's, you know exactly what I'm talking about. His card looks good, but it's nothing crazy in comparison to other cards that we've seen so far this year. It's got good pace, good dribbling, decent shooting. But in the end, also with the 5-star skills, it could be very good. Tough to link, you know, DR Congo and Stuttgart, nothing really crazy comes to mind. Maybe you guys can think of something that would go up. And then, of course, we have the Maldini and the Jairzinho. We've got a Milinkovic-Savic coming as a the Winter Wildcard player. That could be in Team 1 or Team 2, we're not sure. But the one thing that is notable is that it is 99 speed on the card. Very interesting. An objective card, Musa, Nigerian, and in what league is that? I'm not actually sure what league that is. It might be the Brazilian league. I believe it is the Brazilian league, but I could be wrong. And then we have already seen the De Paul SBC, which has a ton of complimentary links. And if you want to hear about the complimentary links we talked about, you can check out yesterday's video. Overall, I think it is very unsafe to hold on anything that is not SBC fodder right now. Even my Tilo Carreras, I'm a little bit nervous about because he has risen quite a bit since I bought him. But with all the SBC content and all the pack content coming out later today, it is risky to hold on to anything. I told you guys to sell these cards weeks ago. Hopefully you did, because they've already dropped a ton, and it does not look like it's stopping anytime soon. That is going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And actually, it's not it for today's video. I will give you the secret comment of the day, which is going to be Carrere. So if you use his name in any part of your comment, I'll make sure to heart it. But there is one more thing that we've got to talk about, and it is going to be this new card design right here, which is the History Makers card. You saw it in the thumbnail. Mbappe is going to get one. Bellingham's going to get one. There are some icons that might be in it as well. There is a list of it somewhere that has a list of these different cards. Now, you are going to get a free History Maker card today, and it will be a little bit lower rated than what its base card will be, unless it's like Jude Bellingham. That'll probably be the same. But Mbappe, you're not going to get a 91 Mbappe. It'll probably be about 86 rated. But after a month, it gets a +1, and then after another month, it gets another +1 to try to keep up with the power curve changes. The card looks really cool, and it seems like you can get a lot of usable cards in it. They're permanent, they're not loan cards, and you'll be able to get one for absolutely free just for logging in later today. So if there wasn't enough content for you already, Well, here's some more. Now it's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, do not forget to drop a like. As a reminder, we're going for 269 likes. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.